Welcome to the Edgewood Media Center. This is a short presentation that will show you what we have to offer you here as a student in the school, and along with obviously books, because it is the Library Media Center. I am your go-to person as well if you have any Chromebook or technology issues. So at the beginning of the year, you do have your Edgewood Chromebook returned to you. If you were here last year, if you're incoming freshman, you'll get a new one issued to you at the beginning of your freshman year. At any time, if you have issues with your Chromebook, you want to bring the Chromebook to me. Sometimes I can troubleshoot and figure things out and return that one to you right away. If it's something that I can't do, I will give you a loaner device to use, and then that one is sent to the tech department so they can take it apart and repair it for you. But you will ultimately get that one back. So anytime you have a Chromebook issue, whether it's a physical issue with the actual Chromebook or a login issue with Chromebook and or a PC, you would want to come and see me. Now, as far as the collections that we have in the library, our library is pretty extensive for a high school library. So I'm going to just walk you through some of the things that we do offer here for you to use and tell you a little bit about how the Media Center works. So our most popular section is the fiction section. This is works that are, imaginative. They're made up stories. This tends to be, like I said, the section of the library that gets used the most. There's an F on the side of the spine, and the books are arranged by the first three letters of the author's last name. So if you have a favorite author, you would just go look in the section where that author's name should appear alphabetically, and you should be able to find some books from that person. Nonfiction is the opposite of fiction, so they are works that are true, based on reality and fact. They use the Dewey Decimal System, so there'll be some series of numbers before, and then the author's last name, the first three letters of the last name. If you need help finding something in the nonfiction section, I can definitely help you out with that. Another section that we have here is the biography section. On the spine of the book, to find it, is the letter B for biography. And all of our books in this section are not organized by the author, rather than they are organized by who the book is about. So here you see, if I was trying to find a book about Abraham Lincoln, I would just go in the L's, find Lincoln, and then there should be some books on Abraham Lincoln in that area. So that does make it a little bit easier to find a book in that section if you know who you are trying to find, like in their last name. The reference section is a little bit like the nonfiction section. However, these books are generally larger, fairly expensive, so these books do not circulate, which means you can't check them out, but they're available for use here in the library. Now, here at Edgewood, we do have a special collection. It's the Mark Batanian collection. These consist of nonfiction, fiction, and biographies. But the thing that's unique about this is that they all have to deal with sports in some way. And any kind of sport, you name it, pretty much we're going to have it. It is named after a former student who graduated here in 1974 and did pass away shortly after his graduation, and his family wanted to do a memorial collection for Mark, since he was a big athlete here at Edgewood. So that's why all of the books in this section are sport related. We do have a small area here in our library. BEA is the Teachers Union, so these are books that are academic in nature for the subject of education. And then we do have a career education collection. So if you are trying to find some information about a potential career that you might be interested in when you graduate, we could find hopefully a few books here. They are a little dated, so if we don't have something in-house, we can send away for that, and I'll tell you about that later. Now, as far as checking out books, you do need an Edgewood library card. So the good thing with your Edgewood library card, not only can you use it obviously here at Edgewood, it's also good with the Ashtabula County District Library and their resources. So if you want like an ebook or an audio book, you can use their database for Libby or Hoopla. They even have a really cool video um, site called Canopy that you can access using your Edgewood library card. And then the other nice feature about having a automated library is that our card catalog is also online. So if you're curious of whether or not we have a book here, click on this link on this page, the online library catalog, and you can search. Now, one of the other great things about being automated is not only can you have access to our resources at any time, like if you have internet access, but if we don't have a book that you're interested in and another library in Ohio has it that we are connected with, you can actually place the item on hold and it is actually sent here to this library and you check it out with your Edgewood card. So, a really good feature that we have here as a public high school. Once you're done reading it, you return it here and then we send it to the borrowing library. So, as far as when you do check out a book, it's generally a 2 week period. You can renew it if you need the book longer. We generally try to keep it to 4 books at a time. Um, and then when you're finished, you can either put it in the book return or set it by my main computer and I'll scan it back in. The only time that we charge any money here is if you damage or lose a book. Other than that, it's free resources for you. Hopefully, you take advantage of it while you're here. And I hope I see you using a library, and not necessarily because you have a Chromebook, like a damaged Chromebook. Um, so don't be a stranger. Any questions, you can email me or pop in and see me.